Hello, hello, hello. Sorry about that earlier technical trouble. But I wanted to come back to do the second half again to see it because I really want to talk about this manga too. Anyways, if anybody's watching, cool. Give me a thumbs up. If not, it's okay. I'm gonna talk about it anyways. Because this manga I'm very excited about because I haven't seen a really good shonen manga in a minute, and this one is also kind of a isekai or alternate universe manga too. All right, let's check it out. So Orient is by Shinobu Otaka, who I think you might recognize his name from somewhere, and it's because he was also a creator of Magi, which was a manga, and also which later became an anime, and I think it was playing on TV as well. Magical series. Yay, thumbs up. So let's take a look at the manga pages because he's a veteran, man. He's an amazing manga artist, and you can see it in the manga pages. So the story starts out with the two boys. These guys are the main characters of the show. Musashi and his homie Kojiro. These two are little here, but then they're already kind of a very well trained fighters, and it's because they're named after loosely based off of the two of the most fierce samurais in the history. And they're rivals, but then I think this is actually kind of like a friendly rivals here. They are training together to become to create the band of Bushi, and they have been dreaming about this since they were little. But when they grow up, their life is the world is becoming a little bit of a different place. This is Musashi as a 15-year-old kid. He's much older and bigger now, but in this world, demons are the ones who are worshipped as gods almost. There's like golden statues in the middle of the town, and everybody is praying to them. And they're in this world, the most prestigious job that you can have is to become a miner, because apparently the demons, their favorite food is the mine minerals that you could get in the mine. So what better jobs are out there besides the one who would be feeding them? So weird. And then Bushis, on the other hand, they are kind of looked down upon as like they're like almost the demons here. Because, and then also more treated like a troublemaker because they're the ones who control you, and also the ones who would defeat the demons. So it's highly discouraged to become a bushi, and in school everybody all at once says their dream is to become miners. But you can see that Musashi really doesn't want to say that, but he does anyways. And what about his friend though? Kojiro seems to be on a different path. As you can see, he has become like a smoking badass. By the way, don't smoke, guys. Who doesn't seem to go to school either, but they're still connected. Musashi kind of comes through to his house to kind of catch up a little bit. He has a new weapon that is like a double-edged cipher called a Demon Killer Katana. That's looks like a scythe to me. And then his homie Kojiro kind of brings up about what he was talking about in school, which is something that he didn't want him to hear. He's like, my dream is to become a miner. Like, he brings up what they were talking about, and Musashi's really kind of heartbroken that he brings up about this, because that's not really true to his feeling either. So he leaves, but looking at Kojiro's face, it seems like he has something else on his mind too. Uh, then the next day, it's kind of like a graduation from school slash like a first day to become a minor. Everybody's kind of cheering on to those who are leaving to the mines. But when they leave to the mine, they find out the truth is not quite as golden as what everybody said it's going to be like. Uh, Actually, when you come to the mine, you realize that everybody's almost like treated like a slave and like a punching bag and a snack for those demons. And demons look rather cute, but they're still eating you. And people who are raised to become miners, they really don't know how to fight, except Musashi, who's like willing to fight these powerful demons, but then he realizes that he doesn't have the weapon that he he brought, which is really he's in a tight spot here, and switches back to Kojiro's place. It's kind of talking about why he pushed back Musashi in such way. It's because, you know, he didn't want his homie to be associated with his samurai family and to be treated like a troublemaker too. So he kind of intentionally pushed him away. But then he sees a little notebook, which is called the training record, which belongs to Musashi. Finds out that he was training as a bushi all along. Meanwhile, it switches back to Musashi is getting his behind whooped by a slightly more scarier looking demon here. And without his weapon, he's completely like a punching bag and just completely getting his ass whooped. Thinking back about what kind of life he has been living for the past 10 years, you know, he was kind of going along with all his classmates and what everybody else is saying, but he really realizes at this point that he didn't mean any of that, which is damn, it's terrible timing to realize this. So before we all thought he was done for, he comes to this great realization that his dream is still to become a bushi, the warrior who fights against these demons. And that is when his homie shows up on his motorcycle that looks like a scraper bike right here. I don't know if they had those in the feudal era of Japan, but that's what his homie's riding. And grand entrance, and tell him that he knew what Musashi was up to this whole time. The demon stands up and is ever more powerful. But now we got two homies fighting back to back, and the demon, the Musashi also got his weapon back, which looks like a double-edged scythe, but his basic techniques were actually taken from the Kojiro's family's swordmanship style. And he uses his technique just like when he would draw the sword, you use the speed and the momentum to make the battle, make the fight even more powerful. So bam, slice him in half with 1,000 spiral slicer. It's like, I love it when there's like a special move names in episode 1. It's like, obviously, like even his homie is like surprised about how effective that was. And more demons start to come at them, but then bam, they're they're no matter what happens, they're willing to fight together. So that is the beginning of this journey, and that is only chapter 1. I can't really break up. I wish I could just like highlight just like the moments by it, but then this guy's artwork is so like sequential that I couldn't really like take one part of the story and just talk about that. So I wanted to show you pretty much the whole chapter 1. If you want to read it to yourself, the manga is available on kodanshacomics.com. You can read the full chapter for free. And if you are interested in getting the manga, it's available on Comixology and Kindle, Bookwalker, Nook, Kobo, and other digital platforms that you prefer to read it. So that's it for this time. Again, I'm so sorry about the technical difficulty I was having earlier. I'll be sure to do it better next time. Next week, same time, I'm intending to be doing the episode 2 of Kodansha Live, which reminds me to give you a preview for next week. So if you follow our social media, I think you know that this morning a Humble Bundle bunch launched today. So that one is a crazy bundle where $1,500 worth of manga is included, including Princess Jellyfish, Beck, what is this? To Your Light in April, To Your Eternity, Descending Story, Parasites, Love Hina. These are all award-winning mangas that is completely underrated here in the US. But I think it's a good time to highlight those series too. So next week I'm gonna spend some more time talking about each of this manga series and what I like about it. So I hope you look forward to it, and I'll see you same time, same day next week. Thank you very much, and have a good day.